Good morning, welcome back to Bristol Zoo Project. The last time we were here, it was still called the Workplace Project, and we're here today because we're here to track down some sheep. They're called Shaun. It's the start of their festive season here, and they've got a little trail to find like the Government Unleashed kind of sculptures, but they're actually sheep. Shaun's. Oh, and also to try and meet the red panda. So I've come into the walled garden first because the first talk for today is at 11:15 with the meerkats. But oh, they're so cute. I do love meerkats. So we'll hang around in this area initially for a little bit. Got a very long beak. Thinking, what are you looking at? So this is barbed bar. These weavers are so bright yellow. I don't know if you can see them, but they certainly stand out to my eyes.
And we had so many of them, it was getting close to us not having enough space for them. And the thing is, because they're so popular, because everyone loves them, every zoo's already got them, which means that moving them to new zoos is quite tricky because they also don't mix with other meerkats. It's quite difficult. They're quite aggressive with other meerkats that they don't know. Our solution was to separate the sexes.
It looks like the barefoot trail has been updated or walled in a bit more. So if you don't know, the barefoot trail is kind of a trail where you're supposed to have to take your shoes off and walk along the kind of parts of it. There's a bit of construction going on here, but that's because the zoo is going through a transformation at the moment. I think that might be a little bit slippery. Yeah, that's a bit slippery. I'm not going to walk on that side. Normally I walk on that, but that feels a bit slippery. Yeah, it's a nice little trail. There's a bit of sand in this one. It's quite short, but something else to do. So behind this big green wall is where they're building a new habitat for the gorillas, the mantibees, crocodiles and parrots. Because we are currently here, and this is kind of where the new area is going. As you can see, there is construction work going on behind that green wall. And here's our next sheep. And it's got red pandas all over it. Oh my god, it's a Shaun the Sheep pretending to be a red panda. That is so cute illustrations. Oh, I love them so much. That of course means we are at the red panda enclosure, the new red panda enclosure, though I cannot currently see her. They're always a bit hard to find, aren't they? So we may not see her, but we'll see. It's also very cold today, so I wouldn't surprise her for hiding away. We'll come back later just in case though. Right, that part of the park is now kind of cordoned off, so we can go around inside. So these are some sample ostrich eggs. They actually weigh as much as 20 hen eggs, which is crazy when you think about it. Obviously for a separate upcharge you can go up high. No thank you. So we have a classic Shaun the Sheep coming up now. Right next to a big teepee. Every time we come here we have to give a nod to Alfred the gorilla. It's such a shame they don't actually have this moving, because when it's installed in the Clifton site, it moved and sprayed water. It was quite a cool thing. Obviously, probably cost quite a bit to run, so understandable. I don't often see the zebras all the way up here when I'm here. Normally they're kind of out in the field just around that corner. But of course, the star attraction is the giraffe. And in the distance you can see the rare sight of a construction crane and some construction vehicles. If you're wondering why there's so much construction work going on at the moment, it's because Bristol Zoo Project is going through an expansion phase at the moment. Obviously they closed the Clifton site, so this, what was Workplace Project, is becoming the new Bristol Zoo, and it's becoming a lot larger as a result.
So if I tell you that Dayo's ossicodes point straight upwards like this, and Tico's make more of a V shape like this, which one do you think? Yeah. What do you think? This is actually, we get this right, that is actually Tico. Now Tico is the youngest drum, he is 6 years old, but he is also the heaviest drum, and he weighs 950 is also going to be used for fighting. Now, I've got two wonderful volunteers here that are going to demonstrate grass fighting.
I will say, if you have been to the talks before, do go in them again, as they do change throughout the year. That was a different giraffe talk to the last time I came here. And we found our next Shaun, called Sakura.
Right.
That is the rabbit that the other one has. Look at them pipe down there.
Well, they didn't take us something, did
How are they gonna eat it?
I'm not sure if Flycatcher caught them, but I guess that's lunch served. This is Little Donkey. Shaun is really dressing up this year. Every time I come here, there's always a lemur with their feet up. The one thing I would say about this extra construction, I think it is taking away some of the space from these animals, because the gorilla area is going in a very central location, which was where a lot of the zebra space was, I think. So I think it is shrinking some of the other space at the moment. I think they're utilising more of the space they've got up here before they expand downwards. So we're now heading into Bearwood, or what they're calling at the moment Festive Woodland. I'm guessing in the evenings they probably light this up. I have to admit, Bearwood is probably my favourite part of Bristol Zoo Project at the moment. You can see, I guess, because there's all lights in the trees. That's new, these little signs tend to help you identify what the trees are. Like this is field maple. I always love it every time I see it, it's so cute. And next is very Narnia looking lamp. Very Narnia, I feel like I've stepped into a wardrobe. We have this really cute Shaun the Sheep. Oh, it's got Wallace and Gromit on this one as well. Is that Morph as well? I think it is, yeah, Wallace, Gromit and Morph. Oh, and Shaun the Sheep, of course. I imagine in the dark this looks really, really pretty. With light twinkling off it. I mean, it looks really pretty during the day and the sun catches it. And this is a very pretty and sparkly Shaun. I think we found Santa Shaun. Well, this is definitely new since the last time I came here. Look at that! That slide, wow. And we're heading into Bearwood, which is this way. I'm not sure how much is going to be there, because obviously the bears will be hibernating. Base Camp Pizzeria, I believe it is closed at the moment by the looks of it. So I've come into Bearwood. There won't be any bears today, you won't see them because they will all be hibernating by this time of year. So it won't take the aforementioned 45 minutes that it claims it might do. But it's still a nice wander, and the views from up here are pretty incredible. So if you look in that direction, you can see Wales and the Severn Bridge. And under the Severn Bridge is obviously the River Severn. It's really not far from here at all. And as you can see, the bears are sleeping. They look so much like dogs. And as we return to present day, we come across our next Shaun. Birds of a feather flock together. I swear I've heard that name used for a Shaun or grommet in the past. It's always very pleasant coming through Barrowwood. I think at the moment, I think it's still fair to say it's my favourite area of Bristol Zoo Project, because it's just so nice and peaceful, relaxing. Okay, you can hear the road, but it's nice and relaxing just walking through the trees. And obviously the rest of the place is kind of construction ground for a lot of it at the moment, which will be great once it's finished, or as the zoo moves through its phases. I think it's doing 3 phases. So yeah, Barrowwood, ever since it opened, has been my favourite area. And even when the birds are sleeping, it's still lush to walk through. I'm back at Explorer Space Camp as this little fella. He looks very festive. Oh, look at that, alright. We seem to be catching them every hour a day having lunch. So I'm not going to do the butterfly maze today, and I've done it so many times before, but at the entrance is another one of our sheep. I think we're doing well finding our flock. It always surprises me just how big ostriches are. Always. I think this is our very final Shaun. He's looking a bit sleepy, I have to say. They're always so quirky and fun looking, the Red River hogs. No, trust me when I say, the red panda is up the tree. My camera cannot zoom in far enough to be able to show you. So I hope you enjoyed that little wander in Bristol Zoo Project for their Festive Shaun the Sheep trail, Find the Flock. I think we found all of them. I think we did well. And it was fun. It's always a pleasure wandering around there. I will say it does feel a lot like a construction site at the moment. But that's to be expected. The zoo is going through a massive expansion at the moment. I do feel like some of their spaces are getting a bit small. Like the Red River hogs have had a reduction in their space, as have I think giraffes and zebras feel a bit smaller. Because obviously the whole grill enclosure is going to take up quite that central area, which was where they were based. That being said, it's still lovely to walk around. The construction site does make it feel less well themed than it usually does feel. Because as you go around, it normally feels like like you're going through a conservation area type place or reserve. Whereas at the moment it feels like there's large areas of construction, and it's feeling more zoo-like, if that makes sense. However, the outcome of that, I think, will be something much prettier, probably a bit more similar to how Bristol Zoo Gardens was originally. How Bristol Zoo Gardens was before it closed. So, not all bad. A lovely way to spend a couple of hours. Obviously, on an autumnal day, you're more likely to spend a couple of hours. On a summer's day, they have more talks, so more to do throughout the day and spread the day out. We saw the red panda up in a tree. And I'll take that for a win. We'll come back one day and we'll see them properly. With that being said, this is the first of my festive videos this year. Which Shaun the Sheep was your favourite? And the frequency of the channel is going to increase now to 2 videos a week up until Christmas, because there's so many Christmas events going on that I want to show you. So subscribe to see more Christmas stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!